Riding high after the Shadow Man and the Faceless Woman, and somewhat after other stories to come, I need to level set with you about Astral Prison and how to get there and why this mostly nullifies the Wren Project. For any three-letter agency types listening, these stories are of course fiction, and the other planes have their own enforcement of laws, it seems already. Without tiptoeing around the subject further, could an election be influenced by an unseen entity? That thought was murmuring around in my head one night before bed. I mean, if one were to strangle the living from the astral plane, what would that mean in terms of anything? I had to know. One night, I laid in bed and forcefully left my body. I lit my eyes on fire, and I was just radiating power. I was going to do it. I was going to try it. My target, an elderly statesman nearing an important election. I transported myself to the general geolocation of the target, located the house from above, and slowly went inside. I could feel they were near, and after a few moments I saw them turn a hallway in front of me. I came up behind, hands extended. I could either go for the throat or go for the heart. I decided to go for the throat and see if I could restrict the neck as I had done to the Shadow Man. I could feel the hairs of their neck when I felt something new. It was like a vacuum without air. I looked behind me and a black void had opened in the house. My target slipped out of my own fingers as hundreds of long black shapeless arms crept out of the void and grabbed me from every angle. My legs, arms, torso. My entire face was bound up and I was pulled into the blackness. This void was particularly horrifying, but was just a taste of things to come. There was a moment there where I lost a sense of self, and in that moment I landed somewhere new. A tall, white room, featureless and square. I tried to move, and the center of the room moved with me. Up, down, side to side, every which way but loose. There was no getting out. We haven't talked about it yet, but there is no need for talking on any of the other planes, since there is no need for air. Telepathy does just fine. In no uncertain terms, I knew I was locked away. When I woke up the next morning, I was technically fine, but not my soul. Every night I would go back, and there was no escape from that prison. I spent 2 years there and regretted every moment. I'd recommend against trying to strangle the world by brute force in the astral realm, unless you have help, of course. That will be a story for another time.